am America.
And so are we.
We plan to give you a brief history of our sainted country.
It'll take about 10 minutes, so sit back and relax.
Thomas Jefferson was responsible for the Declaration, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Google it if you doubt the claim.
We, the Founding Fathers, we're awesome.
We wrote the Constitution in the time it takes you guys to figure out the remote control.
But you must disabuse yourself of the myth that we are infallible.
If we meant for the Constitution to be written in stone, then we would have written it in stone.
The First Amendment is not sacrosanct.
Why should we die to protect the Second Amendment?
So dramatic.
Of course, we had our flaws. John Adams was an veritable jerk who left his wife to clean up the mess.
And Ben Franklin. If crack existed back then, we would weigh 80 pounds and live on the street outside of Port Authority.
But we were accomplished.
We discovered electricity.
Invented stoves, bifocals, the lazy Susan.
Printing press.
The swivel chair.
But in the 18th century, it was nearly impossible not to invent something.
What if we put this refuse in a receptacle?
Oh my God, you just invented a sanitation system.
I hear America singing. The vocals, the very carols I hear. Those of mechanics, each one sing his as it should be, blithe and strong.
The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam. The mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work.
The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat. The deckhand singing on the steamboat deck. The shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench. The hatter singing as he stands.
The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his way in the morning, or at the noon intermission, or at sundown.
The delicious singing of the mother, or the young wife at work, or the girl sewing and washing, each singing what belongs to her and to none else. The day what belongs to the day. The party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong melodious songs.
I too sing America. I'm the darker sister. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table. Nobody will dare say go to the kitchen then. They'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
I too am America, stuck in a chair, unlike the others, able and strong. But I shall rise up. America needs me.
Ah, yes. America is a special place. But to regain our sense of perspective and wonder, we must take a broader historical view.
We must look beyond America's recent success story and examine our predecessors,
Let us look at Athens.
our big fat Greek forerunners.
Ancient Greece was widely credited with creating the world's first democracy.
Ask Plato to define the word democracy, and he would tell us democracy is a Greek word combining the roots for people, demos, and rule, kratia.
Those Greeks had the word. Every John Q. public was involved in government. Even the women were involved.
Which one of you women called this meeting?
I, Liz Estrada, called us together.
Well then, what's up?
Yes, what's this whole thing about?
I'll tell you. But first, one question.
Ask away.
It's your husbands, fathers of your children. Doesn't it bother you that they're always off with the army? I'll stake my life not one of you has a man in the house this minute.
Mine's been in Thrace for the last 5 months. Mine's been in Pylos for 7 months.
And mine, whenever he gets a discharge, he's right back out there with his little old spear of his, enlisting again.
From the very day the war began, there's not a ghost of a lover to be found. But what is important is, I found a way to end the Peloponnesian War once and for all. Are you with me?
I should say so. Me too.
I'm surely with you.
I'd crawl on my hands and knees if it would bring peace.
Then here it is. Women, sisters, if we really want our men to make an armistice, then we must be ready to give up.
Give up what? Quick, tell us.
But will you?
We will, even if it kills us.
Then we must give up sleeping with our men. Oh? So now you're sorry? Won't look at me? Doubtful, pale, all teary-eyed? But come, be frank with me. Will you do it?
I could not. No. Nor I. Let the war go on.
Not me. I'd rather walk through fire.
our tragedies about us. But women of Sparta, if you stand by me, we can end this war once and for all.
Asking a girl to sleep in a great big bed with nobody but herself, it just seems too much. But I'll stick with you. Peace comes first.
Spoken like a true Spartan.
But if we refuse to have relations with our men, will we have peace?
Why, of course we will. We'll wear our thinnest gowns, perfumed and powdered from top to bottom. Our men will simply go out of their minds. And when we say no peace, no sex, they'll come around.
Why, yes. I seem to remember when Menelaus threw his sword away when he saw Helen's naked breast.
Make him long for you. Just take that chance. I promise, peace will reign.
No peace, no sex.
We'll drink to that.
Compared with American democracy, the Athenian version had a populace moved more by eloquence and rationality than demagogues and fear-mongering.
But this type of humane government wasn't allowed to take root.
The fall of Athens was followed by the emergence, overnight, of Rome.
However, there was very little real democracy in Rome.
Vomitoriums aside, Rome's biggest contribution to American government was probably the legal system.
They codified key concepts like equal protection,
Innocent until proven guilty.
And the right to confront one's accusers.
These very same issues will later form the basis of both Bill of Rights.
And a mind-numbing quantity of law and order scripts.
But children, let's move on.
You really have to memorize only 3 dates: 1492, 1620, and 1776.
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
And discovered America.
Now, some have argued that Columbus actually discovered the West Indies, or that you can't really get credit for discovering a land already populated by indigenous people with a developed civilization.
Those people are communists. Columbus discovered America.
In 1600 and 20, the Pilgrims landed dressed real queero.
The next great date in American democracy marked the Pilgrims' establishment for the first New World colony.
Now, some have argued that the first colony was actually Roanoke Colony or Jamestown Colony.
These people are mentally ill. Roanoke and Jamestown do not count because they both lack the ingredient necessary for the successful colonization of America: religious fanaticism.
In 1766, independence declared, we got our kicks.
Finally, the date of destiny, July 4th, 1776. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
But was our journey to independence inexorable? Or had it been, as some had claimed, exorable?
Consider this remarkable fact. The United States of America, the greatest country in all the history of the world, would not exist had England been less stingy with the chamomile.
You can't spell tyranny without T.
Well, there you have it. We were on our way.
Yes, America became what de Tocqueville described as a total package.
We threw off the yoke of the king and got ourselves a president.
Oy vey!
The man that holds the most exalted office does so, not by birthright, but by merit.
This notion has inspired children throughout the nation to dream that one day they too can become president of the United States.
And even though all but 44 of those children would see that dream die, and thus be forced to find some satisfaction in some low-level sales job, that's beside the point.
We can all agree, dreaming is fun.
Ah, yes, the presidency, commander-in-chief of the Oval Empire.
He has many powers. He appoints a cabinet, ambassadors, federal judgeships.
I have a question for you. If you were president and could field an all-time Supreme Court team using any 9 judges from the history of American jurisprudence, who would you pick?
That's easy. John Jay.
Bushrod Washington. Oliver Wendell Holmes. William Howard Taft.
Potter Stewart.
Thurgood Marshall.
James F. Burns.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Judge Judy.
Okay, now let us guide you through the basics of our democracy's life.
Number 1, infancy. Draft a constitution. Hold the first election. Don't worry about anything, America. Everybody's proud of you for trying.
Number 2, childhood. Democracy is up and running. You're ready to organize political parties. Plenty of exciting discoveries await. But remember, Youthful exuberance can sometimes lead to violent acting out. Hire a police force.
Number 3, adolescence. Democracy's most turbulent time. Assassination, revenge, killings. Did the Founding Fathers have it all wrong when it came to, say, slavery?
Number 4, adulthood, the prime of your life. By now, you know who you are, America. It's time to think about building a future. Our nations are counting on you for aid and peacekeeping troops. You may find yourself compromising your youthful ideals, supporting regimens you know are violating human rights. Don't beat yourself up about it. You need to trade with someone.
5, middle age. Democracy looks into the mirror, beholds a scary sight. Voter turnout is thinning. Welfare system is bloated. You're completely dominated by corporate interests. America, you must make a choice. Make peace with your declining powers or go out in a blatant foray. Taking Middle East peace, world fish stocks, and ozone layer with you.
Number 6, old age. Oh dear, your legislative sessions deal almost exclusively with healthcare, gay marriage, and immigration. But worst of all, your mind is going. The best and brightest have left town. There is a brain drain. You have few remaining friends, America. What's it all about?
The paradox of our time in history is to be noted.
We have taller buildings,
But shorter tempers.
wider freeways,
But narrower viewpoints.
we spend more,
But have less.
we buy more,
But enjoy it less.
we have more conveniences,
But less time.
we have more degrees,
But less sense.
more knowledge.
But less judgment.
We drive too fast, get too angry, drink too much, read too seldom, watch TV too much, stay up too late, get up too tired.
We have multiplied our possessions, but reduced our values. We talk too much, love too seldom, and hate too often.
We've added years to life, not life to our years.
We've conquered outer space, but not inner space. We've done larger things, but not better things.
We've spruced up our iPods, but polluted our air. We've split the atom, but not our prejudices.
We have higher incomes, but lower morals. We build more computers to hold more information, to make more copies, but have less communication. We've become long on quantity, but short on quality.
It is a time when there is much in the show window and nothing in the stockroom. A time when technology has brought us the computer, and a time when you can choose either to make a difference or to just hit delete.
And then there's the economic problems. The dollar's sinking fast.
Yes, we are stuck in between a rock and a hard place.
This is true.
Now, some of you in the audience, the more astute, may have noticed that in detailing the complex and bewildering institutions that comprise our government and our life, we inadvertently called your attention to some of our slight imperfections in our otherwise perfect union. Some inefficiencies, inequities, injustices, absurdities, hypocrisies, and an overall failure to live up to the lofty ideals expressed by our nation's founding documents.
Some of you may even feel so angry that you may be compelled to consider living someplace other than America.
Someplace freer, safer, less bomb-happy, less hated by the rest of the world.
Someplace like the rest of the world.
And to those of you who may feel this way, we say, have you seen the rest of the world?
But if you're considering moving elsewhere, please note that representative democracy, for all its flaws, still offers you and your fellow cold and huddled masses the best chance of improving your lot in life.
Hell, even if there isn't a Jefferson or Hamilton among you, if we pull together, we're bound to end up with something better than North Korea.
Now go out there and make your founding fathers proud.
Yes, we are America.
And you are too.